Whoa! Whoa! Here is the Chicken Tractor 1.0. We made this last year for our meat chickens, and we're going to use it again this year for our multi-purpose heavy breed chickens. We have 64 chickens that are inside of the new chicken coop that I made, but it's probably a little bit too small inside there for all those chickens to be, you know, inside. It'd be nice to have the pasture fertilized. Next year it's going to be a garden area, so I do plan on having this entire section. I'll show you here. I plan on having this entire line till it gets over to the little hill there, all the way back up across here as part of a you know, a little garden plot. So that is next year's goal, to have this probably the corn, I imagine. And so we're going to fertilize it with the chickens this year. They are 2 months old, probably a couple more months for them before they're broiling sides. Right now it is the middle of summer. It's like 100 degrees all this week. So I need to get this thing with a lot of shade, a lot of air movement, but number one is I need it to be secure. Last year we had some predator problems with predators reaching their hands under things like this. There's a little dip, their hands in there, and they ripped legs off of some chickens. So we want to have chickens with both legs by the end of the time that they're ready to be processed. So my plan is to put chicken wire underneath of it, and then secured on all the runner sides here, all the way up along the bottom there, across each of the sides, back this way, then all the way down this other side there, across there, and then down this little side here. So the wires to come out from underneath of it, but it's tucked up under and secured from the inside. So when a predator tries to get under it, all they can reach is wire. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, trying predators proof this thing, and then get new shade cloth for this side, because the sun does come this direction, although it does have shade from a couple of trees over here early. So the majority of the shade needs to come from above, and it does have that right now. But some of the 1x6s I used have kind of sunk down, done some weird stuff, so I'm going to come across the middle and put a board and re-secure the 1x6s so they're all in a nice straight line, no predators can get through it. Alright, so I got the thing flipped up on its side. It says the underneath of it right here, and I put a little 1x2 across the middle with the length of it. That way I can screw each of the 1x4s that are on the top, make up the shade for the chickens onto it. That way they're not all cattywampus, and if some predator decides to hop on top of it and try and paw his way through, he won't be able to get through. My next step is down here in the bottom. You can see the roll of chicken wire I got right there. I'm going to roll it out this direction and staple it every couple of inches, but not just staples, like not just these staples. Click, click, click. I'm going to use fencing staples on it as well because raccoons can pull those little staples out. Ask me how I know. Yeah, so I'm going to put probably 5 fencing staples along the length of it, and then a whole bunch of little staples between that. So that should be secure enough to keep the raccoons out, either grubby little mitts off for chickens. I'll do that on the back of it here, both sides, and the front. I'll be doing something different, so I'll show you that once we get to it. I'm back out here again. It's been a couple days since I started the chicken tractor upgrades, try and predator proof it. I'll show you what I finished with. I started recording, didn't quite get finished the first day. I finished off camera, it was getting late, and let me show you what I did. As you can see here on the ground, maybe you can't see, this right here is 2 feet of wire. I stapled it to the inside of the pen, folded it under, so any predator that tries to get through it has to go through a whole bunch of chicken wire. I'm gonna put a weight down in the corners just to keep it down so they don't get under it. But this was a big problem last year. Predators reaching their arms underneath the sides and grabbing a chicken. So it goes all the way around to the front. And this is the only issue that there was a problem is right here in the corner, but you see I had a piece going around the corner here to join the two together as well, so it should alleviate that issue. And the only other thing that I need to do to secure it is get a latch for this. I'm just going to use a piece of wire over here and a piece of wire over here. So sure I did to this to add some strength to it as well. Here, we open this. This is how I add my food and water to it. Last year this piece of wire was not here. Ouch. I just poked myself with a piece of wire and tripped. So I add this all the way along the length of it. And then under here, I added the center board along the whole length of it there, you see. And then I screwed the boards in the middle all the way to that. And that'll keep it more secure on the top part if something starts walking across it. So that's my chicken tractor upgrade 2.0. That being said, today is moving day for the chickens. I'm going to bring them out here, put them in the tractor. The boys are going to help me. I have a 5-gallon bucket water that I'm making. I'll show you that. And their current 5-gallon bucket food thing, which are very cheap, homemade, homestead chicken watering and feeding things. Got these ideas from my parents when I was a kid. That's what they used to water and feed the chickens when I was growing up. So I'll show you the move next. Hey guys, it's moving day. Whoa, whoa.
Smile for the camera, Jake. That should be the thumbnail.
Am I smiling?
This one's named Foha.
Foha?
Jake, can you open this? Yeah. Be free, Foha.
You can put that down, but it's okay.
You guys are so cute. I like that white one with extra cute. They're very different.
You're out. You're free.
Yeah.
Let's go. Everybody out.
They're like, but I don't want to.
Yeah, get out.
They're like, I'm good.
Is that everybody? Oh,
You stuck? You're free.
you sure? You just wanted to lay down.
Chickens are master milk
Wait,
kids.
hold on.
I mean, is it okay, babe?
No, I'm saying chickens are master milkers.
Jacob, there's
To milk it. They like to milk it.
All right, so everybody's in the tractor now. All 65 of them. They have food and water, but this is only a 1 gallon water thing. 65 chickens. I go through about 4 gallons of water a day. So I'm going to show you how I make a 5 gallon bucket waterer. So very frugally, that's all you need is a 5 gallon bucket and one of these little rubber feeder holders there on the right hand side. You can see it there. Sorry about the jerky motion here. There we go. And there's that. Did you see there on the side of the chicken coop the picture of the chickens? I used the chicken crumble bags as their shade cloth. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to have chickens, be able to look at chickens for atmosphere, for, I don't know what you call that. All right, so here's the ingredients, parts list I should say, of our 5 gallon bucket chicken waterer. We have a 5 gallon bucket. I use a Lowe's one that I had plants in a little bit earlier, and you want to make sure there's no holes in it. And you want a lid, kind that snaps on, are preferable. A good tight seal there, not needed. The ones that just sit on top of it, like from the little $2 things at Lowe's, are fine, but they get worn out pretty quick. So these are actually better. The ones that actually have the spigot or the screw top portion, the screw top portion is preferable, but not necessary. So we'll have to take this off the time we fill it up. That's not a big deal. So what we want it to look like when we're finished is this thing full of water tipped onto here. And this will fill this little bucket here, and the chickens will drink out of here. So what we need to do is put a drain plug on both sides of the 5 gallon bucket. Now you want it obviously below the top lip here. So anywhere down here behind this little ring is fine, or just below it, but that will allow a lower area where the water is, which is fine by me. If you're on a hill, it's good too, because sometimes you have a little bit of an area for your bucket to sit on, and it won't drain all the way out. So you're gonna need one on one side, one on the other side, and then it'll fill up on its own. I'll show you what we got. All I need to do is use my pocket knife. I'm going to opt for the one on the bottom. I just do a little triangle. There, there, and right here as well. And that little hole popped out of there. You see that? So just like that, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Right about there. There we go. I'll take the 2 pieces of plastic out of here. I'm gonna water my chickens with plastic. So, and from the inside, you can see there is a hole on this side, right here. Turn it around, hole on this side, and that will allow air to get into it, and we'll be able to fill up your chicken waterer with just a 5 gallon bucket. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up, and then I'll put it in the chicken thing. I'll show you that we're actually working. I almost always have a hose screw to this thing, water, and it's been like 100 degrees here in Oklahoma. So I'm just gonna fill this guy up real quick. Five-second, 5 gallon bucket filler. Alright, put our cap on all the way, all from both sides, and we'll just bring it back. Make sure your water is on nice and tight. It is. We're gonna get our basin here, and we're going to get the 5-gallon bucket inside. And see it filling up. And I just pushed it out of the sunshine, and she's filled up, and the chickens can drink out of that guy now. And they'll figure it out very quick what this is. They're pretty curious. So they'll get in there and drink some water. I'm sure one of them's got a bug. Good job. Eat that bug. There he is, running around with his bug. You figured it out yet? What's in there? Chickens in there. You guys stay cool enough. Alright, so the skirting here is finished now. I haven't seen any chicken tractors with skirting before. That's just the chicken wire that I have attached to the bottom of the chicken coop, or chicken tractor, that goes underneath of the bottom boards and comes out to the edge. Sorry about the noise. It is windy out here in Oklahoma. Thankful today because it's almost 100 degrees. So the skirting goes on each side all the way around. These chickens are happy as can be in there. And now it's cleanup time. So I get to clean out the pen that's been used for the last probably a month for these 65 chickens, and we've been putting just pine shavings in there, along with, you know, nothing, just pine shavings and chicken poop. So you'll love it. Clear out. next year, this is gonna make some really good dirt. Right now, it's way too hot to put in any. Getting warm.